What's up YouTube, Awesome Hugo here, and today I'm here with a deck profile on Qliphort. And this is probably the second best deck right now because it has a pretty decent Necros matchup, and it has some just in general it's probably the best deck over all the other decks except for Necros. So yeah, Qliphort, it's a decent deck right now, and someone requested I would update it to combat Necros, which I actually already did in real life because I have been playing this deck in real life, but I didn't have an updated deck profile on this channel. So because I had this build, I decided to do a deck profile on this, even though I have a couple of profiles of this up on my channel already, which are pretty updated, kind of. But after this, I'll be doing some other deck profiles. I'll be doing Harpies for sure, because I know everyone always loves Harpies up on my channel. I have been testing it. Haven't really finalized it, so I hope I'll be able to do a deck profile, because I don't want to just upload a deck profile and put down some cards. I want to be able to do a competitive deck profile, so I want to be able to make Harpies as good as I think I can within the period of time I have to make it as good as I can. So yeah, be on the lookout for Harpies. It'll come. And then of course after that I'll be doing some other deck profiles, but I'm really busy right now. I don't have that much time to record for YouTube, let alone render and upload videos, but I'll do the best I can. So yeah, that's all the general announcements. Let's get in the profile. Of course, you run your triple scout, and then the one monolith. These are all your summoners are targets. Triple scout, of course, is extremely stable. The one monolith is definitely the way to go in my opinion. I know people running two, so you can go with the disc OTK when normal summoning disc, special summon out two monoliths, but right now you're not an OTK based deck. You're more of like a grind version to combat Necros. You need to play your traps, so monolith at one is definitely the way to go. Double disc, you can search it. Triple disc right now is too cloggy, and then double stealth. Once again, you needed to make some room for some traps. You might actually want to go like one disc, triple stealth, but for right now I've liked these ratios because disc is a bit of more of a blowout card against some rogue decks, but stealth definitely one of the better cards against Necros, because stealth allows you to clear out your skills. With scouts and like monolith, if you have those in there, you can clear out your skills and then make a rank 4. Being able to put a bit more pressure on Necros, so stealth definitely an important card in the Necros matchup. Then triple carrier, triple helix. I decided not to cut any of these. Helix really good to get rid of some cards like the Kree Necros might side in. Some other anti-spell Grey Grunts, for example, against like your Senju, and carriers just the best out against the Genlock that Necros puts down. So yeah, 3 and 3 is still the best way for me to go. That's it for the monsters. Spells, triple summoners are obviously triple upstart, double duality. These are all consistency cards. You want to get to your floodgates as soon as possible. So and I didn't want to go with triple dualities. You do want to see duality, but you never want to see 2 duality in your opening hand, because that's just a dead card to deal with. Triple sacrifice, obviously. Sacrifice actually has lost some value, because for example in my Necros build I was running Dark Hole. You can clear your entire hand out so you don't get trished, but then you have a sacrifice up on, let's say, a carrier, and if they like Dark Hole the carrier, sacrifice goes to grave. So if you were to have a emptiness up, the emptiness goes to grave as well. Now if you were to add with sacrifice, you're open to Trish, so you might not want to add with sacrifice. So it has lost some utility, but of course you still have to play 3 because it's just that good of a card in general. 2 MSTs. Only reason you really would ever want to run 3 is because of the mirror match, but you can't risk that. It's just it makes your Necros matchup that much worse, and you really have to win game 1 versus Necros. So yeah, it's I've settled with double MST. Then traps, triple emptiness, triple skill drain. Just the floodgates that make your Necros matchup winnable, because in general, I've been playing Necros. I play Qliphort. Necros is so much better than Qliphort. If you're just looking at what the Qliphort cards do on themselves and what Necros can do. Let's say we're playing the Qliphort build of the Burning Abyss era, so you're an OTK Qliphort build with storms, etc. in the main deck. Pretty much not playing any traps or a really low amount of traps. Necros would destroy you. You really need these floodgates to have a fair matchup against Necros, or at least not really fair, but it makes the matchup a bit better for you. So yeah, these are just staple right now. Then I'm also playing triple Mind Crush once again for the Necros matchup. Out in Trish, you can bait out a Trish, setting some traps, leaving a card in hand, making them want to Trish you, especially if you already activated like an Upstart or Summoner's Art, so you have something in grave. Make them commit to the Trish play and then Mind Crush the Trish or the Shurret if they're going for a cycle play. So they can activate the Trish, and now they've pretty much wasted a lot of resources. And then 2 Mirror Force and 2 Phoenix Chain. These are also cards that help you with the Necros matchup. This is once again another out to Trish alongside with your Skill Drain. Because Skill Drain and Emptiness are pretty much going to eat all the MSTs. They might not even want to MST the Phoenix Chain, especially if you have Phoenix Chain and Skill Drain set. You can activate a Phoenix Chain, or if you have Phoenix Chain like another set, they might not actually want to MST the Phoenix Chain because they're afraid of you having a Skill Drain, which would lock them even further out of the game, or an Emptiness for that matter. And Mirror Force is actually pretty good against Yosenju as well. Yosenju isn't the worst matchup, but if they open Anti-Spell Fragrance, it can be a pretty annoying match to play. So that's it for the main deck. That's of course 40 cards. Try to max out on the consistency, but this deck is not half as consistent as Necros is. So like I said, in my personal experience, Necros is going to win. It's pretty much like the Dragon Ruler versus Evil Swarm thing. On paper, if you have like Ophion set 5, yeah, you're good to go. You know, what can Dragon Rulers do? But history has pointed out that Dragon Ruler was by far the better deck in general, and it won. Evil Swarm pretty much was nowhere to be seen. It took like 1-2 top 8s, but really, what did that do? So Necros is the better deck. You need to make your deck to combat Necros right now. The extra deck, Big Eye, Draco Sack, you really don't make these anymore because disc. I've dropped disc from 3 to 2. This is for your Focusaurus. Durandal, which is actually pretty decent right now. Shark Fortress for some OTK plays. That's it for the higher ranks. And the rank 4, you have your Dark Rebellion, Accident for the Mirror, Cowboy, Silent Arc, which is actually pretty good with Emptiness behind it. Karagorian to protect your floodgates. This pretty much only works with Emptiness, because of course under Skill Drain you can't protect your Skill Drain unless it's still set in a blind MST, but they shouldn't be doing that. But if Skill Drain is already face up, his effect would be negated. So Dweller, Rhapsody, Castel, and Ragnar Zero for the mirror, but Ragnar Zero actually never really comes up. And then for the side deck, we have a Snatch Steel for the mirror match, really good, and I sided in against Yosenju occasion as well. Raigeki, pretty much for Yosenju, or for the mirror and for the Jijin lock. Double Shared Ride, obviously for Necros. The third MST and a Twister for the mirror match. Then Double Storm for some heavy back row deck. This can be an absolute blowout against Yosenju, for example. Double Demonic Storm for the mirror match, of course. This is an incredible card in the mirror match. And Triple Rivalry, which help against the hand if they already have established another monster next to one of their hands. They can crash like Fire Hand, blow something up. But if they have Unicorn, for example, and you have the Rivalry face up, they won't get access to Ice Hand. And of course, if they just have like the Manju or the Senju, they can't do anything else. So flip this to the kaleido mirror or the cycle or mirror, whatever they kaleidoscope mirror or cycle, whatever they activate, and it acts like a fantasy emptiness. And then double trap trick strap hole nightmare. This is definitely an amazing card. I feel like this hits the Trishula more effective than Avec Wheeler in my opinion. Because it actually gets rid of Trishula, and Trishula being 2700, definitely Falkers being 2900. If Falkers wants to tribute itself to draw cards, you can chain this as well, destroying the Valk. Those can be problematic monsters for you to get rid of in general, especially if they went like Necros Mirror, banish the Djinn and a Brionac from grave to special summon out Trishula. At this point in game, you'd pretty much be out of the game. Unless you drew like Mirror Force or something to out it. But of course they're going to activate Trishula's effective to have the opportunity to, and Traphole's Nightmare gets rid of the Trish, meaning you already also got rid of the Jinlock. So definitely a card I would suggest you consider checking in the side deck of Qliphort. So yeah, that's the deck. This was a bit of a shorter profile, I believe it was, than some of the others, but that's pretty much because a lot of this is standard, and I've been doing some more deck profiles on Qliphort already in the past, so I didn't really need to do that much explaining. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, Heartpiece is to come. I'm working on it, and I'll see you guys with that deck profile. And as always, yeah, leave some suggestions down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye!